Olá, eu sou Daniel, professor e coordenador de inglês do Instituto Kailua, e essa é a nossa aula 14. So, in this class, class 14, we're going to see question words. What are question words? They are words that we use in questions, in the interrogatives, and they are different. Each question word has a different idea. So let's see here what we have. The first question word is what, and we can use what for personal information. Examples. What is your name? My name is Bob. So Bob is the name, and name is a personal piece of information. We can use what for objects, events, or ideas. What is this under the table? This is a book. So a book is an object. Okay, so what? Personal information, objects, events, or ideas. We use the question word where for the ideas of location, direction, or position. So if you don't know the location, if you don't know the direction, or if you don't know the position, we ask a question using where. For example, where are you? I'm at home. So at home is the location of the person. The next question word we have is how. We use how for condition or quality. How is the food? It's delicious. So the quality of the food, delicious. Or the condition of the food, delicious. Another example, how are you? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm great. In these situations, condition. We have how old, and how old is for age. How old is she? She's 48 years old. So 48 years is the age of this woman. Something that is very important. In English, when we talk about age, we always use the verb to be. How old is she? She is 48 years old. We use who for people. Who is she? She is Mary. Who is she? She is my mother. Who is he? He is my father, my brother, my teacher, my friend. So if the idea of the question is people, we use who. Okay, so some of this information is new, some of this information is old. So if you have any questions about what, where, how old, or who, remember, go to Google Classroom and ask your questions there, okay? But these are not the only ones we have. Here, there are some more question words that we use in specific situations. The first one is what about? We use what about for repeat information or when we want to repeat a question. How old are you? What about your brother? In this case, what about is substituting how old. So you are repeating the same question. How old are you? How old is your brother? when you don't want the repetition, we substitute the repeated part for what about. In this case, we are repeating the information from the question. It's possible to repeat the information from an affirmative or a negative. For example, I'm a teacher. What about you? In this case, what about is talking about this information. So teacher is an occupation. What about you? What's your occupation? Okay, so what about can be used to repeat the type of information of affirmative, negative, or interrogative. Here, it's affirmative. Here, we have an example of interrogative. Other possibilities with what are these two we have here. Remember, we had a class talking about physical appearance: tall, short, fat, thin, blonde hair, blue hair, brown hair, green eyes, blue eyes. So what is the question? Questions about physical appearance use what, look like. So what do you look like? What does she look like? What do they look like? And the answer, you give your physical appearance. For example, what do you look like? I am medium height. I am medium weight. I have short, straight brown hair. I have brown eyes. I have a beard. I have a mustache. Okay, so the question about physical appearance, what, and in the end, look like. If the question is a normal description, it's not necessarily physical. Usually the personality or a more general description, the question is a little bit different. We use what, verb to be, and in the end, we use like. So, what is your mother like? What are you like? What is your father like? What are your brothers like? In this case, we can answer with the personality. So, what is your mother like? My mother is outgoing. My mother is shy. My mother is organized. My mother is energetic. My mother is lazy. Or sometimes we use the physical appearance and personality. My mother is short, medium weight, she has long hair, she is energetic. It's possible to mix everything. Okay? Any questions here? Any questions with what about, what look like, and what verb to be like? If there are questions, just go again to Google Classroom, or you can stop the video, go back a little bit, see the explanation again to see if it helps. If it doesn't help, Google Classroom. Okay? So, in this class, we're going to do a lot of exercises to practice using the question words. So, in this classroom, we're going to do the opposites. What we normally do. Normally, we have a question. After the question, we have the answer. In exercise 1, we have the opposite. Here is the complete sentence. Based on these parts, so these parts selected here are the answers to the questions. So we have to create questions based on this. Okay, I will do letter A as an example. After this, stop the video, do B, C, D, and all the other sentences, and at the end, we will correct. So letter A, the birthday party is at the restaurant on Main Street. The birthday party. The birthday party is an event. It's in this category here, event. And the question word we use for events, what? So the question is, what is at the restaurant on Main Street? So the birthday party is the answer to the question. So this part of the information, this cannot be in the question. This is the information we don't know. And this is substituted for the question words. In this case, what? And the rest of the sentence we put to form the rest of the question. Here, the answer is at the restaurant on Main Street. At the restaurant on Main Street, if we go back here, we can see it's the location. And the question for location, where? So here the question is, where is the birthday? Again, all this information cannot be in the question. All of this is substituted for where. And the rest of the sentence, the birthday party is. It's interrogative, so we have to invert verb to be. So first, verb to be, after the subject. Where is the birthday party? Okay, so now pause the video, do the rest, B, C, D, E, F, G, and when you finish, start the video again and we will correct. Okay, I'll be waiting. So let's correct. In letter B, we have that horror movie is very good. That horror movie is in this category here, objects, events, ideas. So horror movie, idea, because it's not a physical object, but it's not an event. So here we put what. What is very good? The answer, very good. Very good is the quality or the condition. And for condition, how? How is that horror movie? Again, that horror movie is affirmative. In the interrogative, we invert. How is that horror movie? Letter C. Kylie is in the hospital. Kylie is a person, and person is the singular of people. And the question word for people, who? So who is in the hospital. In the hospital is the location of Kylie. And for location, we have where. Where is Kylie? Again, we have to invert. Kylie is affirmative, interrogative, is Kylie. So, where is Kylie? Okay. In this sentence, we have a special case. Normally, the preposition we use for hospital is at. So, at the hospital. But in this case, when we say in the hospital, it means you are at the hospital and you are a patient at the hospital. So it's not only your location, it's implicit. Kylie is a patient of the hospital. Okay? Continuing. Joan is 45 years old. Joan is a person who is 45 years old. 45 years old is the age. And age we use how old? How old is Joan? Okay. This name, Joan, when we look at the name, it's very similar to Portuguese. But when we pronounce the name is a little different, and this is very important. Here we have Joan, and this is a feminine name. The masculine is Jan. So the pronunciation is very similar. Here we have Jan, and here we have Joan. Okay, so be careful not to change from masculine to feminine. Again, Joan, Jan. Okay? In letter E, we have Jonathan is a restaurant manager. Jonathan, a person who who is a restaurant manager. The second answer we want is a restaurant manager. Restaurant manager is a person. So here we can put who is Jonathan. Okay. But restaurant manager is also an occupation. So because it's an occupation, we have another possibility in this case. We can ask, what's Jonathan's occupation? Or what does Jonathan do? So in this case, in this specific case, there are three correct possibilities. Who, because restaurant manager is a person. What's Jonathan's occupation, or what does Jonathan do? Because restaurant manager is an occupation, and this is the question, specific question for occupation. Okay. Letter F. Robert and his brother are very outgoing. Robert and his brother, two people Who? Who is very outgoing? But Daniel, in the sentence, we have plural. Robert and his brother are very outgoing. Why in the question we have the singular, who is very outgoing? When we use what and who, and we have no idea of the number, remember, this is a question, we don't know the answer. When we don't know the answer, we have no idea if it's singular or plural. It's always in the singular. So who is very outgoing? At this moment, I have no idea if it's one person, if it's two people. In the answer, I know two people. Robert and his brother are very outgoing. Okay, so here, let me put in a different color. What and who are considered singular. So, generically speaking, when we have no idea what and who are considered singular, so the verb is in the singular. The next one is very outgoing. Very outgoing is the personality. And for personality, we saw a special case here. For personality, what, verb to be, like. And in the middle, we put the people. So here we have what, Robert and his brother, two people. So here it's plural. What are Robert and his brother like? So in this case, verb to be is connected to Robert and his brother. That's why it's in the plural. In this case, it's not connected to what. It's connected to this part. So this part is plural, verb to be in the plural. In this case, verb to be is connected to who. So who is considered singular, verb to be in the singular. And letter G, we have Paula is medium height and thin. Paula is a person who is medium height and thin. Medium height and thin is the physical appearance of Paula. So in this case, what does Paula look like? Remember, here, physical appearance, what look like? When the question is using you, we use do. What do you? When the question corresponds to he, she, or it, we have to use does. So what does Paula? Paula corresponds to she. So what does Paula look like? Paula is medium height and thin. Okay? So before we continue, let's repeat all the questions to practice all the question words one more time. What is at the restaurant on Main Street? Where is the birthday party? The birthday party is at the restaurant on Main Street. What is very good? How is that horror movie? That horror movie is very good. Who is in the hospital? Where is Kylie? Kylie is in the hospital. Who is 45 years old? How old is Joan? Joan is 45 years old. Who is a restaurant manager? Who is Jonathan? What's Jonathan's occupation? What does Jonathan do? Jonathan is a restaurant manager. Who is very outgoing? What are Robert and his brother like? Robert and his brother are very outgoing. Who is medium height and thin? What does Paula look like? Paula is medium height and thin. Any questions here? Any problems with creating the questions? If there is a problem, if there is a question, use the Google Classroom again to solve your questions. There is a teacher there every Friday to solve all the questions the students have. So let's go to exercise 2. Now exercise 2 is very easy. We have the questions, we just have to answer the questions. So the questions we have here are, what's your full name? What's your occupation? What do you look like? What about your best friend? What is there under your bed? Where are you from? Where are you now? What about your family? Where is your house or where is your apartment? Okay, so stop the video, answer all the questions, and go back to the video so we can correct all the structures of the questions. Okay, so see you in a minute. Let's correct. So, what is your full name? So, in my case, my full name is Daniel. So, full name, complete name, first name, family names. The correct structure is my full name is you complete with your complete name. What's your occupation? Let me put it here. I'm an English teacher. So the complete structure is like this. I'm a or I'm an. It depends on the word we put after this. Occupation. Okay, remember, we use a before consonant sounds. We use an before vowel sounds. In this case, English, the sound E is a vowel sound. So an English teacher. But teacher has a consonant sound. In this case, I'm a teacher. What do you look like? So, physical appearance. I'm medium height, not tall, not short, medium weight, not fat, not thin. I have short, straight, round hair and round eyes. I have a beard. Remember, a beard. So, in this case, we use the verb to be with the adjectives medium height, medium weight. We use the verb have with hair, eyes, and beard. Beard, mustache, sideburns, all the facial hair vocabulary. When I'm talking about myself, I use I am. What about your best friend? In this case, he or she is all short, fat, thin. He or she has long hair, short hair, black hair, brown hair, blue eyes, black eyes. Okay, so in this case, it depends on the characteristics of your friend. It depends on your characteristic. Letter D. What is there under the bed? So is there we use for existence. So what object or what objects exist under your bed? In my case, zero objects. There is nothing under my bed. So nothing, zero objects. If in your case there is an object, you can say there is the object, if it's only one, under my bed. If there are two, three, four, many objects, we have to put in the plural. There are the name of the objects under my bed. Remember, there is singular, there are plural. Nothing is singular, so we use there is. Where are you from? Here, where, location, from, origin. So what's your location of origin? I'm from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. When the question is, where are you from? The complete structure is I'm from city, state, or country of origin. I am from Rio. I am from Brazil. I am from Bahia. I am from Acre. I am from Paraná. I am from Salvador. There are many possibilities, city, state, or country. All these possibilities are correct. Where are you now? So right now, at this moment, I'm at home. What about your family? So where is my family? My family is at work. So in this case, we have I'm and the location. So depending on the location, the preposition is at. Depending on the location, the preposition is on. Depending on the location, the preposition is in. For example, I'm at home, at work, at school, at the supermarket, on the street, on the avenue, in the hospital, if you are a patient, in Rio, in São Paulo, in Tijuca, in Vila Mariana, and my family is location. Family is a group of people, but the word family is singular. So my family is and location. Is it possible to separate? Yes, my mother is blah, blah, blah. My father is blah, blah, blah. My husband, my wife, my brother, my sister. It's possible to use my family or separate the family members. Where is your house or where is your apartment? I live in an apartment. So in my case, my apartment is in São Paulo. São Paulo is a city, preposition in. So in this case, the structure is my house or my apartment is. And there are three possibilities. At, with the complete address. On, with the name of the street. Or in, with the neighborhood, the city. Depending on the complement, at, on, or in. Okay. Any questions? We have more questions on the next page. So again, if you didn't answer these questions, stop the video, answer the questions, and we will correct in some minutes. Okay? So the rest of the questions. How are you? I'm fine. So what are the possibilities here? I'm fine, I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm excellent. Okay. When we have the question, how are you? It's usually politeness. It's not usually a real question. So the answers are positive, good things. I'm good, I'm fine, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm excellent. How old are you? What about your mother and your father? I'm 34 years old. My mother is 64 years old. And my father is 60 years old. Okay, so in this case, we change only the numbers. I'm blah, blah, blah years old. My mother is blah, blah, blah years old. And my father is blah, blah, blah years old. Okay, and here we have another personal question. Who is your favorite actor? My favorite actor is, and you put the name of the actor. What about singer or band? My favorite singer or my favorite band is, and the name of the singer or the name of the band. Okay, remember, actor, singer, masculine or feminine. All are possible here. Okay, any questions? Let's continue. So to practice a little bit more of the question words, we have a listening exercise. So you have the audio with you. You have to stop the video, listen to the audio to answer these two questions. The first one is make notes of 4 different WH questions. WH question is a question using a question word. What, where, who, how old, what about? And you have to give the answers to the questions. So here you have to identify 4 different questions using question words and identify the answers of the questions. Okay? So stop the video, listen to the audio, complete with the questions and the answers, and we correct soon. Let's correct. So to make our life easy, let's analyze the audio transcript to see all the WH questions. So we have the dialogue is between Sarah and Josh. So Sarah starts. Hi, my name is Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. What's your name? So here we have the first WH question. What's your name? My name is Josh. Nice to meet you, Josh. Where are you from? Two WH questions. I'm from Guatemala. Oh, cool. Where are you from? I'm from Mexico. So here we have the same question. I'm from Mexico. How old are you? Another different WH question. I'm 31 years old. How old are you? I am 25 years old. Do you have any siblings? This is a question, but we don't have a question word here. So this is not a WH question. Yes, I have three brothers. I don't have any sisters. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes, I have one sister. I don't have any brothers. How old is your sister? So here we have the same question word, how old, but we have a different question. She is 22 years old. Does she live in the United States? No, she lives with my parents in Guatemala. Oh, nice. Are you married? Yes, I am married. Are you married? No, I'm not married. I'm single. Do you have any children? Yes, I have three children. I have one son and two daughters. Do you have any children? No, I don't have any children. What's your son's name? So here, another WH question. His name is Tony. How old is he? He is 4 years old. I think it's time for class. I'll talk to you later. Okay, have a good day. Bye. Bye. So for letter A, make notes of four different WH questions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. What's your name? Where are you from? How old are you? How old is your sister? What's your son's name? And how old is he? So there are 6 options. You have to select only 4. And what are the answers? What's your name? The answer, my name is Josh. Where are you from? I am from Guatemala. Or I'm from Mexico. How old are you? I am 31 years old. Or I am 25 years old. How old is your sister? She is 22 years old. What is your son's name? Answer, his name is Tony. How old is he? Answer, he is 4 years old. So in yellow, we have the possible answers for letter A. In blue, we have the possible answers for letter B. Okay, so if you have any questions, again, go to Google Classroom, ask your questions, or see the video again and see all the explanations again. Okay, so this is it for class 14. In class 15, our next class, we have a general review. We are going to review all the topics so we can do the test. Okay? So for today, that's it. See you. Bye bye.